Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of the Mortal Kombat 2011, was it?
Yes, 2011.
Yeah.
Here's Sonya Blade rescuing her commander Jackson Briggs.
He's one of he got much easier to use in Mortal Kombat 10, actually, I would say.
And here's the Princess Kitana and her best friend Jade, and in comes the cheapness.
Here's our first double battle with my worst character. Yeah, this is gonna end well.
That's kind of sucks actually when you've not done at least a pre-practice with the character or an arcade run with the character, and then they throw you another character where you have no practice with.
Or you spend hours practicing like I did, and you still can get your ass kicked because the AI in this game can be really fucking cheap.
Well, I would say in the second half of the story,
especially. I'm playing this on medium difficulty, by the way.
Now, Kitana and Jade were both introduced in Mortal Kombat 2, but Jade was a secret opponent in MK2. She would not get her own playing style until MK3.
Oh, she was the worst to fight as the AI in MK3.
Oh! Ah!
I hate that. Damn X-Ray gets hyper armor, I believe. Or just
well, actually, I think the way they made that balance, where if you use the X-ray off the bat, it does ridiculous damage. But see if you do it in line with a long combo, the damage it scales the damage.
Yeah,
so
it's damage scaling to stop you from infinitely juggling characters
and make it a bit fair and balanced.
Now, Kitana is actually one of the strongest characters in the game, especially in Mortal Kombat 10. People have won tournaments with Kitana. The amount of combos you can do with her is just absolutely insane. She mainly relies on her fans to keep the zoning pressure up and as combo enders.
Another thing about Kitana and Jade and another character, Melina, they were all introduced in MK2 as I mentioned previously, but they all shared the same palettes, like the same digital actor. It was just palette swaps and different color skins.
They did have their own special moves though.
The only difference was that Kitana used fans, Melina used, what do you call them, sais?
Yeah.
Like, you know those types of dagger swords that look like mini tridents?
Yeah.
And Jade uses a bow staff.
Jade is the worst to fight in Mortal Kombat 3 especially, because that flash she's doing right there, in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, she would activate that and instantly sprint towards you and just combo you into absolute fucking oblivion. It was infuriating.
Because that basically ignores projectiles.
Yeah.
As you can see right there.
Plus the AI
God damn, Steven, she...
It's almost like it has it. It's startup.
She just poked you in the vag twice and then stabbed you in the back.
She didn't stab me, she just fucking destroyed all my ribs. So how are we still standing?
It's a video game. You know, you gotta question, some of they're brutal X-rays, but some of them are fatality-like.
And it looks like I'm probably gonna lose this.
Well, I don't know. You're doing well.
Come on, I'm so close. Come on. This one.
All it took was a cut to the throat with a fang.
Kitana doesn't mess around.
Kitana's that pun on the sword name.
By the way, the Kitana is actually voiced by Karen Strassman, one of my favorite actresses. She's also the voice of Colin Kozuki in Code Geass, and that's actually my favorite role she's ever done, because she's a really independent, badass female character. Plus, she has a giant red mech.
I mostly remember her as the recent voice for Rouge in Sonic.
Yeah, she's also the voice of Melina as well.
Well, Melina is like the evil side of the Kitana.
Yeah, and the voice Karen does for Melina is just perfect. She goes into like playful, seductive,
demonic style.
Yeah, playful, seductive sort of voice, and it's just perfect. She's really talented at what she does. She has great range. I also know her for being the voice of Soifon and Momo in Bleach. Nope, no shadow kick for you. Oh, there, she gets the jump kick off though. Some characters actually have an air throw which you can cancel from the jump kick. Like, as soon as you hit the jump kick, your opponent goes flying. And then you can actually just press R1 after the jump kick, next sends them flying. And you can go right into the throw.
God damn, that basic punch you can do is just make them flip all over the place.
Here I am being incredibly paranoid.
Because you're down to the last inch of health and you succeeded.
Sure don't need any more surprises like them.
Which is supposed she's got in those dog tags.
How you holding
I don't know. Probably the people who got killed because of Kano, I would say.
After I get you to base, I'm coming back.
Jax is the kind of character who's all about rushdown and grappling.
Yeah, I think he also had a move that in the 3D games which was cut here is that he used to have a machine gun.
He gets that as his heavy weapons variant in Mortal Kombat 10, actually.
Oh look, it's Josh with the chopper.
Or is it Mike from Resident Evil 4? Wow.
Mike!
Jesus, even in the world of Mortal Kombat, helicopter pilots aren't safe.
No, you turn behind you and it's stars.
Oh, Nemesis. Oh,
Here's
Nemesis
the-
was terrifying.
Here's the Australian.
Round 1. Fight.
He was also in the first Mortal Kombat movie as well,
Aye.
where he actually gets killed by Sonya.
Well, from what you're telling me, the first one's actually decent.
It's like the only good movie ever made by Paul W.S. Anderson.
Oh, that piece of shit who ruined the Resident Evil movies.
He's also getting the rights to do a Monster Hunter movie with Mila Jovovich as well, so I wonder
Of
how much
course,
later...
any excuse to get his wife on screen.
Yeah, it's got me wondering how much later is he going to have Mila in this time from the Monster Hunter movie.
Exactly. And just like Resident Evil, he's probably gonna fuck it up.
I'm really worried because I just completed Monster Hunter World and I really enjoyed that.
Oh!
Nope. You're dead. The damage on the X-rays is kind of weird. Sometimes the damage will actually deduct
Wow,
before...
look at you. You're still taunted with a knife stuck to your throat.
Sometimes the damage will actually reduce from their health in the X-ray before it hits them. Like, this is particularly noticeable with Raiden's X-ray.
And some X-rays depend on the character. Like Johnny Cage, for example, that one's a counter.
Yeah, one particular character we'll get to much later has to be in the air to use theirs.
And then Jax's ones, you cannot block it.
Yeah, you can't combo into either. It's a straight up grab.
I would say the best X-ray that you can use as a combo and as a combo enter and continuation is Rain.
Yeah.
At least help Jax.
With his roundhouse kick, spin you around the world.
Makoto in Super Street Fighter 4 also had one of her ultra combos. She could combo right afterwards.
There she is.
Found you.
You all right?
Yeah, there was DLC released after the game, but what the Realm Studios did is that they didn't make them on the disc, kind of like a certain company would do.
Street Fighter X Tekken, anyone?
And plus, they didn't force the characters in bundles. They released them separately. So, say if you don't like this character, don't buy it. If you like this one, buy him. You don't have to. They don't force you to buy all the characters you don't want.
It's got me wondering how long it'll be before they port this to next gen as well.
Turns out he's
I don't know if they will.
Thank
It'd be nice if they did, but I don't think they will.
Yeah.
Gratitude is unnecessary.
As for the DLC characters, folks, there was only 4 released for this game. There was Scarlet, which we'll see in the next scene, actually. We'll explain about her once we see her in the next scene.
Kenshi.
Kenshi from Deception, or was it Deadly Alliance?
Deadly Alliance, I believe.
He was a blind ninja. And there was Rain, which I mentioned before, where he's another ninja like Scorpion Sub-Zero, but this time his powers are water.
Yeah.
And another special guest character for DLC, Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street.
That was the most random thing ever when I found out about it.
what should we do?
Yeah, Raiden just stated there, unless he is directly challenged, he is unable to fight in the tournament.
My arse. He was one of the original 7 playable characters.
Funny thing, his Mortal Kombat 1 ending, actually, if he wins the tournament, he actually creates a new tournament with all the Elder Gods, and they pretty much destroy our film, and it says, "Have a nice day."
Wow. Bad mistake, Raiden.
It's non-canon, of course.
Now begin.
Here's the next character that's most recognizable, Scorpion.
Played to perfection by the wonderful Patrick Seitz. Another really good voice actor. I know him mostly for this character and as Ichigo's father in Bleach.
And see that woman in red right there? That is Scarlet.
Yeah.
Scarlet was essentially the same thing that happened with Ermac in MK2, where Kitana's model would glitch up and sometimes glitch up and the colors would be red instead of blue. And that was a rumored glitch, and it wasn't until this game where the developers said, let's make it into a separate character, where she's actually made of blood.
This is Kung Lao. He is Liu Kang's second in command, I would say.
No, it's Kung Lao.
Kung Lao, I would say, is the second best warrior in the Shaolin Academy, but the Shaolin chose Liu Kang to represent them in this tournament.
The very first time I saw Kung Lao, I thought he was going to be a cowboy, because of the hat.
He's one of the hardest characters to master in the game, actually, but kind of like Dante in Devil May Cry 4, once you master him, the things you can do with him are insane.
So how's Scorpion handle?
Scorpion is one of the easiest characters in the game to learn. Kind of expected, actually, because he's actually Ed Boon's favourite. He's particularly biased towards him.
Oh, that sound effect. I think Ed Boon voices that.
Yeah.
Get over here!
In Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, when you fight him as a boss, sometimes he shouts, "Get the fuck over here." That was actually a pretty fun adventure, 3D adventure game. It was still really hard though, because you had to fight Shao Kahn at the end,
Yeah.
and he was just as frustrating as he has to fight here, and in the originals. Yeah, Kung Lao is one of the most technical characters in the game. He has teleport, he has all sorts of basic pokes, he has a jump kick special move where he comes down forwards on you with a special jump attack. Now the way you build meter in this game is by using special moves, blocking attacks, getting hit, or hitting a blocking opponent.
Yeah, you get more built up when you take damage, obviously.
And that right there, that's me cancelling the jump kick straight into the throw.
One move that Scorpion has that's unblockable is the Hellfire.
Which I'm trying to get off, but Kung Lao wants to be a dick. That's down! Fuck you!
Fuck you and your hat.
We're going full Sasuke Uchiha on them. Burn!
Listen when your elders speak.
Listen, that's the problem with Kung Lao. He just doesn't know when to stop.
Yeah. I can imagine Raiden saying, "I told you so." Now, Scorpion had his own family and clan. He was part of the Shirai Ryu. It's spelt Ryu, but it's pronounced Ryu for some reason. And they were slaughtered by Sub-Zero, supposedly. And he was resurrected by Quan Chi as an undead revenant.
So he's not mind control. He's just been manipulated by Quan Chi.
All of the negative aspects of his personality have been significantly enhanced, like his rage, sadness, and anger. And Nightwolf? Is he a member of the Blues Clues?
Oh, don't start.
Look, do you see that paw print on his head?
I'd rather not think about that program, please.
But it's right there. We have to bring attention to it.
Anyway, Nightwolf.
Nightwolf is a shaman tribesman who has access to the powers of his ancestors, essentially. They grant him power. And as you can see, he can summon magical weapons. Like axes.
Such as tomahawks and bow and arrows and a buff chest, apparently.
Yeah, he can actually reflect projectiles with a special move where he just sticks his chest out once you admire him. Oh yeah. When you hit someone with a spear, they're left wide open for a few seconds. But if it's blocked, you yourself are left
And
wide
now you're gonna give him lung cancer.
What? You don't get cancer just from hitting things.
Well, considering how you crushed his bones.
That's physical damage. That's not cancer.
Which then those bones can then become sharp objects and destroy his lungs. Oh, that would be bad for someone like me who has asthma.
That's one of my favourite things to do to mix up my game as Scorpion. Like, jump forwards, have the enemy think I'm coming at them from the front, and then teleport. It's great for mind games.
Aye, that's something. What type of player are you in terms of fighting games, Stevie? Like, are you like the zoning guy, or are you like the manipulator, or the long range?
Your defense better be good, because I'm the rushdown kind of guy. I like to just try and overwhelm you with brute force as much as I possibly can.
You can dodge that projectile by just timing your jumps just right, folks.
Yeah, the Hellfire is unblockable, but your opponent must be standing in order for it to hit.
And blocking is not like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat where, this is what it's like in Mortal Kombat actually, folks. Misspelling, slip of the tongue there yet again.
You have to hold R2.
Yeah, you have to hold
See
R2.
how easy that was?
Yeah. Well, instead of like holding back on the analog stick.
By the way, Quan Chi's voice is fucking perfect.
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
Ronald M. Banks, really good voice for Quan Chi. Very Christopher Lee actually.
Yeah. He has just the right amount of dread and ominous factor to him.
He's been voicing Quan Chi since MK vs. DC.
Woody!
But Nightwolf is right. There are other ways in which you may.
I don't think demons work that way. So, Raiden, if a demon must execute its revenge in order to find peace.
Yeah, kind of like Sasuke Uchiha in Naruto, where he goes on a selfish, revenge-obsessed quest for the second half of Shippuden. Not until the end of the story does he finally give up on that.
By the way, get some pupils for your eyes.
You should have gone to Specsavers. No, actually, that's the real reason he wants to kill Sub-Zero. He found out Sub-Zero went to Specsavers and got the better deal. So it's a petty little feud between them now. I should have got the better deal, Sub-Zero. I would Specsavers.
And here's Shang Tsung's throne room.
I like the atmosphere here.
Now these two characters actually, these are Cyrax and Sektor.
Ketchup and mustard.
Yeah, that was their conceptual names, no joking. But they became robots in MK3, but this is, since this is MK1, this is them in their human form.
We get to see how they and their gadgets work before they were roboticized.
But I will say their gadgets, they're pretty loud for ninjas.
Oh, you pushed him slightly. Mortal Kombat ensues. This
Scrubby's-
world's pretty violent.
If only it takes us a shove. And there he is, back in his seat there.
I love how this isn't even documented as an official fight in the tournament. It's literally just Shang Tsung enjoying it for the sake of it happening.
It's a filler fight. Oh.
At least we're playing as one of the best characters in the game, though, so this one's like...
But again, it's a double round.
That's no problem, since Scorpion is actually one of my best characters in MK9.
As I said before, Sektor and Cyrax, their gadgets, they're pretty loud. Smoke bombs, fine, but actual bombs and rockets, that's not very ninja.
Oh, this is one thing that starts to get really annoying. Some characters have teleports that they will often use after they hit the ground.
Like you just denied him there.
Actually knock them out of it. You won't see that very often.
But then there's a positive side to it. If you block their teleports, they spin and they're left vulnerable.
One of my problems is that how did I miss that there?
That's because they swapped.
Oh, I remember one highlight we had that we lost because of recording fuck-ups in the next chapter, I believe?
Yeah.
Or the one after, actually. I knocked one of them off screen and they bounced off the wall, and then the other one came in and I just uppercutted him and killed him as well. But yeah, we had to re-record some of the game because of recording fuck-ups.
Aye. It was bound to happen, folks.
Yeah.
I'm sure our Let's Players will know what we're talking about.
Worse still, we had to delete the save data and restart because there's no chapter select in this game.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We made it to... Where was
Injustice
it?
1.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was in MK10.
Yeah, but when it came to this game, like, we finished Liu Kang's chapter, and then the next chapter, the footage started glitching up, and there was no way to go back, so we had to start again.
And then back up the save files.
Yeah. Like, every chapter onwards afterwards, I was backing up the save. It's like, no, I'm not doing that again. Yeah, Scorpion has some of the easiest combos in the game to master. One of my basic... Oh, God damn it. One of the basic combos you'll be using for Scorpion to set up the spear is triangle, then triangle plus square into the spear, which is back, square. That was changed in Mortal Kombat 10 to back forwards, I believe, and one of the attack buttons, I don't remember which.
And there you go, there's your proof that you can't abuse certain special moves, folks.
I was trying to see if the enhanced version would let me do it one more time, see if it like reset the juggling.
But no, it doesn't. Kind of like Sub-Zero's Ice Ball, you can't freeze your opponent multiple times, you can only do it once per
Just
combo.
does damage afterwards. Burn!
Wait,
yes,
Sektor just wasted fuel for taunting.
You kicked me, I sweep you.
I love that. I love the sound effect in the original Mortal Kombat when you do the leg sweeps, like, whoop!
What? What? No, Liu Kang when he uses the run in Mortal Kombat 3.
Here we are, the biggest rivalry in the series.
Yeah, this is pretty much the Naruto versus Sasuke of Mortal Kombat. That's a really awesome moment.
And this, folks, is the Nether Realm. Basically, it's hell.
And Quan Chi rules it as well, so he controls everything here.
This is where you will pay.
This is another area where you can use a stage fatality.
I think this stage has the most brutal stage fatality where you literally just dunk their head into the lava.
And you burn their face off. It's kind of like the novice stage in Resident Evil 4.
Aye, that's kind of brutal. Then again, the entire game, that brutal is the definition of Mortal Kombat.
And Resident Evil. Nope, no takedown from me. Because the AI loves to... Because the thing about the AI, ladies and gentlemen, it's very sporadic. It decides whenever the hell it wants to become invincible. It will read your input, and as soon as you press a button, you die!
Is that going to be your quote, one of your quotations for a TV Tropes page?
No, Maximilian, like, when he did one of his boss rage videos for Killer Instinct, he was like, you can't hit him! You press a button and you die! It's like hilarious. You should go check him out. He's a great dude.
Check out that badass dog in the back there, Cerebrus.
Yeah,
Cerberus.
Oh, is it the one from God of War 3?
Or the one from Harry Potter that's been enhanced by magic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what the thing about Quan Chi. He's a sorcerer. He's a magician, so to speak. I think he wasn't introduced till MK4.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 4.
And he was also the main villain in Mortal Kombat Mythologies.
Yeah. And Deadly Alliance, because he actually formed an alliance with Shang Tsung, and they actually killed Liu Kang in that game.
But Mortal Kombat Mythologies, didn't you have experience with that actually?
No. I heard it was awful. That's all I need to know. It's essentially, I think it's like a 2D platform fighting adventure game, and the controls are awful for it.
But as canon to the story, since it's before Mortal Kombat 1,
it does have live action cutscenes though, kind of like
cheesy, but they're really cheesy.
I have avenged my family and clan.
If only it were that easy for Sasuke.
This is your retribution. Scorpion, kill him.
You know, there's nothing stopping you from just leaving, Scorpion.
Exactly, just leave.
Have you forgotten?
Do I have to show you your past again?
This is actually pretty sad.
Though it's going for the whole, it's styled in Sonic and Secret Rhyme style. It's all stillboard images.
Oh, like Soul Calibur 5?
I think Soul Calibur 5 did it worse.
Yeah, all the cutscenes were storyboards, pretty much. There were a few CG cutscenes.
Not to mention, that game's graphics engine was beautiful. Why didn't they use it to full potential?
There were a few CG cutscenes in that game, which is just kind of pisses me off. Why didn't they have more of them?
Well, hopefully they don't. Hopefully they learn their mistakes for Soul Calibur 6.
Oh, that's looking really good so far. And Geralt from Witcher 3 is going to be the guest character for that.
Sub-Zero, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Yeah, that's totally not Quan Chi manipulating you in any way, shape, or form, Scorpion.
Your family.
Your peanut butter sandwich.
Because like, Quan Chi wasn't there. How can he possibly know exactly how it went down? All he can really do is like show what may have happened.
I think what happened, I'm not sure if you've seen it, the web series Mortal Kombat Legacy. What happened in Scorpion's episode is that, yeah, he died in the hands of Sub-Zero, and before Sub-Zero killed his wife and daughter, before he killed him, he made him watch his wife and daughter die, and then kill him. But then as he was frozen, it turns out that was actually Quan Chi in disguise.
The rage in his voice there. That's all it takes. One push.
Oh. We don't get to see it. Curse you, censorship.
No, insert the block from Fairly Odd Parents here. Where the little kid tries to watch the nature show where the lion kills another animal and it just goes block. It just has a giant block on screen.
Ouch.
Fatality. Oh wait, I was wrong. We do get to do fatalities.
But we don't see it.
Not exactly. This is part of the story, no matter what you do.
Flame on!
Oh, Johnny Torch? No, wait, the Human Torch, was it?
Yeah. Look how everyone's walking away like, well, that happened.
That's like the weirdest thing ever, knowing that Chris Evans used to be the Human Torch as well. In like the Fox Fantastic Four movies.
There's your reference to Mortal Kombat Mythologies.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero's fate is his own doing.
His own doing?
The Lin
Look at
Kuei
them
have a
lips.
history of making ruinous choices,
Fuck her up, sweetie.
such as the Cyber Initiative.
Ah, the Cyber Initiative.
Yeah. Basically, the Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei believes that machines are much better than humans. So he plans to turn all of the Lin Kuei into robots.
Kills our intuition, our instincts.
Did you speak out against the Lin Kuei's participation in this tournament?
No.
We were invited by Shang Tsung.
So no.
Yeah, the Lin Kuei are working for Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
Like, Outworld goes to all sorts of lengths to win the tournament.
Grandmaster.
Victory for Shang Tsung means the end of Earthrealm.
And your dreadlocks.
My hair is my own.
Does Raiden ever have hair? We never find out.
Yeah, I never noticed. Oh, looks like we have someone stalking us. We'll find out who in the next part.